I'm just acting Chicallywood.
What are some pitfalls or things that you've learned that you like, you know what, if I could approach this a little differently or go about it a different way?
Patience. I would say it would have to be patience with my fellow actors. I had a situation. It was totally me. It was my fault. And I don't even want to dive into it, but probably the best stage production I've ever been part of. It was fun. Consecutive weekends, it was like, I was playing the role over consistently. But anyway, I had a situation in there, and I regretted that. And fortunately for me, I had an opportunity to seek out forgiveness for my role in that, and that was being a knucklehead. Did not really understand because I didn't know. But you have those moments where you're so caught up in the production or the role, and and you just forget there are other things going on in other people's lives. Because I'm like that dude, and I learned, and I quickly got humbled real quick. To be, hey, bro, chill, man. This other stuff, life is happening here.
Right.
And so I learned from that experience. I'm grateful for the opportunity to have been able to talk and sought out forgiveness. We just moved on from that. It's hard because when you're too driven. There's all kind of trappers out there, and so. Yeah.
So it's dope because you still understand and appreciate the humbleness of what it takes to be in a space where you're in. At the same time, to be able to appreciate that it takes a team to basically do what needs to be done. When you are doing your roles, how do you prepare? Like, you get a script. What is your process? What is your method? Is it you're by yourself, or you're like doing a lot of research? What do you do?
Both. I do a lot of research. I read the script, first of all. I read the script maybe 4 or 5 times, the whole script. There have been times where I jump right into my parts, my role, reading my lines and get familiar with it. But for the most part, I would read through the whole script several times. Then I started honing in on my lines, analyzing the scene, getting an understanding where the writer's coming from. If I have a question, I always get with the director and ask him, hey, if I'm doing this, am I projecting this character that you hired me for the proper way? One of the things I've learned is to read what's on the script.
Okay.
And I've been trained that way. Just read what's on the page. Don't deviate from it, right? So I've learned and trained myself ever since then to just don't change any words. Just read it word for word. Follow the punctuations. It builds your character from that.
Okay.
So, because the character's going to jump out at you.
Right.
It's going to jump right out at you. When you're reading it, you're going to get an idea where the writer's going with this thing. Right? So that's how I pretty much, And then, of course, I'll look up some things. We did a show called Decisions with Tyrone Tapler. Shout out Tyrone. It was a story about generational curses in the family.
Okay.
And my character was, molesting his stepdaughter. Right?
Okay.
So to research that, I found stories of guys who had been, molesting their daughter's kids or whatever, right? And just find out what their mindset was, and what they, what were the nuances? What were they doing when they were in the midst of doing it?
Right.
This guy was hurt. This guy was he didn't care because the daughter was hurt. Broken family, father in jail, right? So those are sneaky opportunities these cats have. To get in these, getting that space. So you figure that out.
How do you put yourself in a situation to leave work and, leave that at work and then come home and just drop it? How is it, how do you transition out of that?
Before I cross the threshold getting in that house, man, I check myself and make sure I have no semblance of that character before I walk in. The one time I did not do that, woo-wee. I'm going to tell a story, sweetheart. I'm going to tell it.
I'm just acting Chicallywood.